we've got a big match for you tonight. It's Canadian versus Canadian in a Praise the British match. The loser has to praise the British for occupying Canada. We've got JF Goudreau versus DrWeston. Montreal versus BC. East Coast versus West Coast. And it looks like we've got an autopilot Me 6, who, much like the real Me 6, works great and then blows up on you. Let's open betting. Yeah, if you're not in that top two, might as well go big. Can't take the nickels with you. We'll get the customary Canadian cheers. So friendly to each other, not realizing that one of them will have to give a speech. Like dials are being set. Big bets coming in. But they're all lopsided, so I'm going to go ahead and even this out. Timer has been started. Autopilot drone loses the charge. Or the one bank. And calculates. Massage a 3 forward focus. Skull Squadron Pilot 2 forward focus. Let's see where Colonel Vessery goes. You straight. Takes a focus. Doesn't get that free evade. Gotta go faster than 3. Faster than 2, really. You straight here. For Merrick. And red line. 2 straight. Is it a focus? Sure is. Han Solo. The 2 hard. Bumps into the autopilot drone. Probably bump next turn as well before docking. No shots. We're back to dials and let's go down the list. We've got Han Solo with Trick Shot, Kira, BT-1, an engine upgrade, and the Lando's Millennium Falcon title. Followed by Asajj Ventress with Zuckuss and the Shadowcaster title. And then a Skull Squadron pilot with Fearless, and last but not least, 2 shield upgrades in the form of an autopilot drone. Then, for the Empire, we have Redline with fire control system, plasma torpedoes, and a bomb-lit generator. And then there's Merrick Steel with marksmanship and fire control system. And last but not least, it's Colonel Vessery in the Defender with just, Colonel Vessery. and a free proton bomb. What do you mean? Autopilot drone loses a charge. And docks. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about red line. I was like... Well, Squadron, a big 5 forward. Boost. Dodge on one straight. And just focus it. I expected Asajj to go fast to try to get in this fight here. A 3 forward from Vessery. Will get his free evade. See if he goes for a target lock. Probably out of range. Could go for a boost. And it is a boost. Merrick, 3 forward. He'll just take a focus. Red line. 3 straight. Does have boost available. He boosts right. It fires out. Completed. Checks range 3 for a target lock. And it is in range. Red line will get that target lock. On moves now. There's the 3 bank. Let's see if he takes a lock with Kira. Maybe on that cloud right in front of him. That is the play. We are back to dials with 109 left in this game. Range 3 from Han onto Vessery. Almost no chance in hell of getting this through. With the evade token available. Fine. Vessery lives. No shot for red line. No shot from Vessery. We're back to dials. $36,820 nickels on the line. 10 bets for the Empire compared to only 4 for Scum. Wonder how much of that is red line, how much of that is the defender. We're up to 38,240 now. Still a 10-5 split in favor of the Empire. A defender's like an A-wing, except better. I expect to see the Empire turning in here. Even a fast move by the Fang might not be enough to get him into range 1. Getting red line, some shots would be good. And that defender shots early while the Lancer is far away would be good. It's like an A-wing when I fly it. Thinking about his move with Merrick. I think this is probably a pretty easy too hard. No bombs? No autopilot drone launch? Here are the fours. Rebank from the Fang with a boost in. Links that into a focus. Saj, 3 hards. Focuses. Let's see where Vessery goes here. Vessery, 3 hard. I think we all saw that coming. It's that free evade. I think I just focus up here. You already got your lock. That's what happens. Merrick, there's the 2 hard. I think that might be range 2. Could be range 1. That's really close. Thinking about maybe a barrel roll. Eric takes a target lock, probably on the Fang, I would assume. Is what happens. Nope, gonna decide to take it on Han instead. Clearly making a priority target. And did Kira that cloud. Midline banks in. Midline takes a focus and gets a second target lock. That's got to go on the Fang. It does. On the 3 bank. Doesn't bump. The Kira ignores the gas cloud. And Han will just focus. Han gets that first shot. I think I focused on Merrick here. You do get extra dice for shooting through the cloud, so you could try to put some hurt. There isn't a good shot because Redline is obstructed by that second cloud as well. It's going to be in on Vessery. This is going to be 4 dice against 3 dice on the defender. Wow! Hit, crit, crit, crit. Coming in. At least one's going through here. The roll. 3 blanks! Yikes! Vessery spends his evade, takes 3. Vessery's down to 1 shield. No, it's not. I don't know what you're talking about. Now the 5s get shots back. Eric Steele has range 2 onto Han. 3 dice. Roll fire control system or spend the lock. Let's see what he does. Just a fire control system. Blank, so just 1 hit. On rolls, blanks. He decides to take the shield on Han and not the autopilot drone. Red line. Into Han. Plasma torpedo. Oh, this is going to be a 3-on-3 plasma torpedo shot. Red line, hit, crit, crit. On rolls. He could avoid all this. Gas cloud. And the focus. Han evades all 3 torpedo hits. Accessory. Accessory into Han. Range 3 obstructed. Han a dish again gets 3. Only 1 hit for Vessery. He has a lock though. Does get the target lock. And immediately spends it. Roll. Spends his focus. For 3 into Han. Han rolls. Gas cloud gives the 3rd evade. Saj, nothing. Range 2. Into Vessery, same difference. You might as well focus down Vessery. There it is. This is a Fang shot onto Vessery. Rolls. Hit, crit. Natties again. Coming in. Vessery rolls. 2 evades. The last shield half points. You've never seen a defender hurt so bad. So many bangers. We are back to dials. Who has initiative? Oh, just in the future, your Fang should shoot before Vessery, right? That's a bad turn for the Empire. That's a New Hope turn at the end there for the Empire. Got 1 shield on a 1 agility ship for 4 shields on a defender. That's crazy. Borg not show up? Didn't hear Porg. Porg not show up. Gotta do everything. Streamlabs. Why you gotta make this so hard? Real question is, can the Empire strike back? We'll see. You will see here. I'm gonna give Cloudbot the old restart. I'm gonna turn it off. Wait for about 30 seconds. Turn it back on. No bombs. No autopilot launch. Here's the Fang's move. Saj comes in and will try to get a target lock here. Going for the block. Messery, the turn in. A nice move there. Gets the full throttle evade. I think he kind of got to focus up here. He's going to boost, it looks like. Yes, the bets are still secure. Headline goes over the glass tile, will roll for a string. On ends up both a bump. On gets that range 1 into Vessery. Vessery does have an evade token. Here it is. It's gonna be 2 hits. Vessery needs at least 1 natural evade here. There is 1 evade, has the token. Spends it, not taking another shot, no consequence of spending it, doesn't take a damage. Red line. Range 2 into Han. Range 3, or no, that's range 2 into Asajj, but that is obstructed. Give me another plasma torpedo shot into Han. Spend the target lock, I'm sure. Ooh, both eyes, so only one. Han only getting one this time, though. Eyeball, so 2 shields. So Han takes a shield, and the autopilot drone takes a shield. Gonna be an obstructed range 2 shot from Asajj into Redline. She does have 2 force. Not gonna spend the force. She leaves it there. Redline gets the evade. So this is a little bit of the Empire striking back. A little bit. Vessery has a range 1 shot. One hit. It's a target lock. Gonna spend that target lock right away. Stays at 1 hit. Tough dice here. It goes through onto Han. Let's see if he takes it. He takes it on the autopilot drone, so that's going to be points. It's only 6, but, you know, that gives points. We are back to dials. Yeah, I would launch that autopilot 1 forward here. And then have Han go 2 a 2 bank or a 3 or 2 hard or a 3 bank out, boost away. See what you can get. I'm sending Asajj right over that cloud with a 3 hard. Yeah, it's still just a 3. I haven't thought of anything great yet. Honestly, I just need a slow day at work so I can do the animation while I'm at work. I'm busy lately. No system phase here. AF will be launching the autopilot drone. the shuttle. Let's see what move that shuttle makes. Can you drop the autopilot? Or is the Falcon a launch only or no? Should be. Try unassigning it, unassigning the thing, and then selecting. Yeah. I'll just do your move. All right, there goes the shuttle. Coordinates a boost to Han. That is white because of engine upgrade. Skull Squadron first to move. 2 banks away. Boost probably just takes focus. Massage. 3. Massage will move her lock onto red line. Vessery, the 1 bank, and he now needs to boost to get out of this shuttle. Yeah, Me6 is definitely blowing up. There is the boost. No tokens on Vessery this turn. Merrick bumps into Vessery, hoping that Han can't get arc on him this turn. Red line. 2 hearts, ends up on the debris. But we'll have to roll and take a stress. Nothing there. Last but not least, it's Han Solo. 3 hard. I don't think that's going to be obstructed onto red line. He'll just grab a lock on the red line. He gets the first shot. On range 1, unobstructed. And gets an extra die because of Lando's title. Range 1, 4 dice in the red line. Spend the lock. 2 hits and a crit. And BT1s for another crit. So that's 1 hit and 2 crits coming in on the red line. Red line gets 1 big die. Rolls. Takes all the shields. Three dice now from red line into Han. One big hit. Han takes that. So now shields are down on Han. No shots for the other Empire ships. I don't think there's any shots for Scum left either. That's our round. We've got 39 minutes left. And right now it's a
41 to 6 game for JF. Actually 12. No, it could be 12.
So this is the last turn of the autopilot drum. B6 will blow up at the end of activate, or the end of at the end of activation. B6 blows up. Probably just bring in the autopilot somewhere where he can coordinate something. Maybe to Asajj. You can get like the one bank over, coordinate Asajj, give her a focus so you can send her over the cloud consequence free. I don't think you can really catch any of the Empire ships here. I don't really like where red lines either. Gonna end up taking a stress again. And if it's not a blue maneuver, it'll be double stress. The defender, I'm just going to say, this is a prime position to 4K off the board. You could do it. Don't know why you would, but you could. Autopilot. Banks away. And it's going to be a barrel roll. Gotta imagine it's to the right. But I have been wrong before. There it is. Asajj A big 3-turn over the cloud. Doesn't get an action. Takes a strain. And you'd really love to see a bomb drop at some point here. The Fang probably doesn't want to risk a boost. Omelet generator is a ridiculous one, right? Is that the one that comes with a fuse? Bassery, the 3 hard to the right. It's his evade. And a boost to the right. Eric. This is a risky 3 Talon, but it fits. Closer than you'd like it to be. Red line. Too hard. Makes another stress and will have to roll. Barely avoids taking the damage. What's Bomblet Generator do? On solo, 1 bank. All right, roll 2 dice. Solo, gonna retake a lock onto red line. Han gets that shot. Let's see if it's obstructed. If it's obstructed, it's an extra die. Gonna check for assagability. Assage card. It's range 0 to 2, yeah. Not gonna spend the force on red line. Han first shot. Range 2 unobstructed into red line. So an extra die, 3 dice for Han. That's going to be 3 crits with BT1. Han is rolling hot fire. Red line evades, takes 2 crits. See what that first one is. The weapons failure. What the second crit is, and it's a blinded pilot. That is really bad crits. The red line is rolling 1 die. And can't modify it. No shots for red line. Don't think Merrick will have a shot either. Massage, range 3 and 2, Essery, or range 2 obstructed into red line. Looks like it's going to be 3 on 2 into red line. With a force, that's hit, crit. Red line rolls. Auto drone is gone. Didn't hit anybody. Hit, crit brings red line to 1. See what this crit is. It's a stunned pilot. Red line having a bad day. Yep, I will kill drone on the overlay. All right, everyone relax. 6 points. Vessery with a shot on the Han now. 3 on 2. Vessery rolls, gets a target lock, spends a target lock. Roll. Hit, crit coming on the Han. Hit crit goes through on the Han. It's a direct. Han's down to 5. Go to Gerd for that score and update.
The score now is JF 74, DrWeston 45.
American game isn't bad. Also, like, the defender had a rough start, but it's still a defender. Still gets free evades. It's still gonna get 4Ks, like. Back to dials here. System Phase, great name. Thank you for the follow. Oh, that's an X-Wing player. Looks like we're set. Well, Vessery hasn't. Yeah, red line is probably dead. He's not getting an action this turn. His weapons failure, blinded pilot, and a stunned pilot. There is not much for him to do except try and get in the way. But we are getting the bomblet. There's the bomblet generator. Well, Squadron Pilot, the big 3 bank in. Boosts and focuses. Massage a 3 hard. Clears stress. And rotates. S3, first one to move. Gets the evade. And I gotta assume a boost here. America 1 bank. Your stress. Moves his target lock onto Asajj. Red line, too hard away. Twice. Alright, there we go. Red line still 2 stresses. Han's gotta move first. Han makes a turn and then boosts away. Bomb hits nobody. Asajj spends a force to give a stress to Merrick Steel. No shot for Han. Merrick. Range 2 onto Asajj. We have 3 versus 2. Asajj does have a force. Fire control system available. And that's hit crit coming into Asajj. Asajj rolls. Spends a force, takes a shield. Asajj going for the kill onto redline, range 2. 2 against 1. Looking for that kill. Asajj rolls. 1 hit. Redline needs that natty evade. Yes, yeah, target lock. Doesn't matter. Dead. Red line. Red line is redlining. I need a doctor. Merrick Steel taking a shot from the Fang Fighter, range 2. Spends a focus for 3 hits. Eric, 3 defense die. Gets 1, takes 2. Vessery, gonna check to see if there's a shot. Might just be out of range. Might be in range. I don't know. Nope. We're back to dials with 21 minutes left. Now it's a
107 to 45 point game in favor of JF.
Everyone was so confident in the Empire. Here's the scary thing. That Fang hasn't got to range 1 on anyone yet. Hasn't had a Fearless trigger. Hasn't had a Concordia trigger. The Empire's ready. Empire set. Bank fighter. The 2 bank. We'll just grab a target lock onto Merrick. Saj, 3 hards. And re-rotates her arc to the front. Three bank. It's the automatic evade, and we'll take a target lock onto Han. Eric, the hard 3, doesn't care about distress. Eric, keep stress. Let's see what Han does. On the 3 hard. Could try and boost to get an obstructed shot. That is what we get. On with the first shot. Just out. He's kind of luring Vessery into a good position here. I like what this Falcon's doing. Merrick is going to get that range 2 shot now. The roll. Fire control system. Three hits, 2 hits, and a crit. Saj blanks out. That's going in. A damaged engine. Now the 3 hards on the Lancer are blue, so that makes them white. So that isn't terrible. So no other shots. We're back to dials with 17.5 minutes left. He did not remember Merrick's ability. I guess I can tell him. It's a say. Merrick's ability. Ooh, hull breach could be a nice one. Those are his choices. He's going to go for permanent and stick with damaged engine. I go back to dials and I go to the fridge for a Snapple. Tonight's game brought to you by Diet Snapple Peach Iced Tea. Man, it's good. Here's your Snapple fact. The Inca built the largest and wealthiest empire in South America, but had no concept of money. Looks like we're ready here. Rebank, boost, into a focus for the Skull Squadron. Massage, 3 hard. That turns into a white maneuver with damaged engine. Thank you, Kylo. Appreciate you joining us, Kylo. Messery trapped with the 1 bank. I don't think that's the time to be doing the 1 shenanigans. If you like that token, Kylo, you should join our Discord because we're getting acrylic challenge coin-esque type things made of it. Who's the squad mate, Kylo? There's a focus. Eric, the 1 bank. Here's the stress. If he takes a focus. Does. On the 3 bank. I'm considering a boost. Considering a focus. Decides to take the focus. On gets that first shot. Does have Merrick range 2. A rare 2-dice shot here for Han. 1 hit. Merrick rolls. 2 evades. This is going to be range 2 into Ventress. No obstruction. Fire control system on that third. Yeah, spend it. Focuses and turns 1 into a crit with advanced targeting. Ventress, as a force available, takes hit crit. And we'll see what the choices are here for Merrick. It's a direct and a fuel leak. And he chooses direct, so that's an extra damage in on Ventress, who's down to 3. Ventress. Three dice range 2 shot into Vessery. The roll. 1 hit. As a target lock, stays at 1 hit. Two evades. Range 2 into Vessery from the skull. That's hit crit coming in. Could be fatal on a blank. 1 hit crit. Vessery is down to 1. $28 hits on Vessery. See that crit? It's a fuel leak, a blank. You gotta keep Vessery fast now. No choice but to do it. Vessery now, range 2, onto Asajj. Asajj. Just a crit. Let's have a target lock. And rerolls the blanks. And that turns into hit crit. 1 evade, hit crit. With a direct, this could kill Asajj. It's a console fire. Asajj has damaged engine and console fire. We're going back to dials.
The score now is JF 107, DrWeston 81.
6.5 to play. The lead is only 26. Dr. Weston making a game about it. He does not want to have to praise the British. A lot of people carrying a lot of hope in their nickels right now. Important to note here that JF has to move first, so that 5K for massage is not an option. Here we go. Massage. Sorry, the Skull Squadron, a 2. Clear stress, and we'll roll for a strain. Does not take a strain. Let's see what massage did. Oh my gosh, that 5K is an option. It's always an option. I should have known. And there is a Defender 4K! 4K! Against the evade. A boost is so risky here. This is the riskiest boost of all time. And there is the boost. Yeah, I think that got an arc. And I think that activated Fearless. But we'll see. It's very, very close. Eric, a 3 hard over the cloud. Merrick now rolls for strain. And Han's like, I'm a good ship. Where did Han go? Han did that. Oh my gosh. Han's about to go feast on Merrick. If he takes the lock on the cloud, you could get that away. He's gonna grab a target lock onto Merrick's steel. So Han will get that 4 dice banger into Merrick, but Merrick is rolling 3 and gets a free blank conversion. Saj keeps her force. No reason to spend it. Obstructed, range 1. Is that 5 die? So 3, trick shot, Han. Yeah, 5 dice. Four hits. Stays 4 hits. You're at 3 dice because of the... 1 evade. 3 goes through. Merrick dies. Three through on steel. Same difference, just 1 less damage card. Merrick initiative killed. How the 4s get shots. Asajj gonna go for glory. Only 1 crit. Has to roll for console fire, and Asajj dies. One crit in onto Vessery. 1 evade. The skull. That is Vessery at range 1. Remember, he has Fearless. There's time. This is going to turn into hit crit onto Vessery, who needs 2 natural evades. Why is that obstructed? Oh, it's obstructed through the cloud. Fences evade, and the cloud safe. Now Vessery will get a shot back onto Asajj is already dead, so you might as well take this obstructed range 1 onto the Fang and go for gold. Here's the roll. Hit crit. 4 dice. Concordia. Gas cloud. No damage. A 155 to 117 win for JF and British Columbia. Scum with the 5 bet to 11 upset. Oh yeah, I made bank on that game. GG's, thanks to both players. And now we need to hear a speech about British rule. I'm gonna bring you guys into the chat right now. It's 155 to 117.
Ah, there we go. So we're trying to
Here
figure
we go.
out. Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, it was a great game. It was fun. It looked like it could have been lopsided at the front, but you brought it back.
Yeah, well, fun to bring it back.
You had some good defense right at the beginning. That was beautifully rolled. And I just shouldn't have gone for the all-in on steel. I was tempted to go for the block on hand.
Yeah.
Steel did work. Steel did work.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, it's a pretty solid list. It tends to work for me fairly well. So
Yeah.
pleased with how it turned out.
Here's the thing though, DrWeston. Because you lost, I'm gonna need to hear a speech about how Canada was better under British rule. And as a person from British Columbia, I'm pretty certain you can deliver that address.
Well, you see, there's this beautiful Canadian story I like to bring up when the Americans are around. It has to do with the War of 1812.
Sure.
At which point, a bunch of rowdy British got very, very, very drunk at our border and decided that they would traipse down across the American border to a small district named Columbia and set a certain pink house on fire.
Right, okay, but how does that make British better controlling Canada. You're a little off subject here.
Well, you know, it's just the inspiration that they've given us in
Sure.
thumbing our nose at the appropriate people.
Right. And your parliamentary system lifted directly from Britain.
Exactly.
The Queen
We're proud of our heritage.
on your money for some reason.
You know, it's what they tell me. Some old lady.
All right, thank you guys for playing. I appreciate you guys being here.
Yeah, thanks, Greg.
Thank you. Had a great time.
All right, everybody, we are gonna raid 312 Squadron. If you don't know Nick, he helps out Gold Squadron, does all their editing and stuff. Good guy, really fun stream to watch. So hop in. Everybody in. We're gonna raid in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.